Hey guys, it's me Sylvia, back with another video, and today we're gonna be doing a DIY on my channel. We haven't done one of those in a while, so don't worry, I'm bringing you one today. I was inspired to do this DIY by Pinterest. I saw this article on an EOS concealer ball. I thought that was so cool. I'm like, if you can make your chapstick container into a concealer, what? The possibilities are endless, right? It sounds a little crazy, but I'm so excited to try it. But instead of just doing a concealer EOS ball, I want to do a concealer, a bronzer, or a contour one, and also a highlighting one. So then that way you have the highlighter, the concealer, and the contour EOS balls, which is pretty much all you'll need to sculpt your face to perfection without spending all that money on the highlight and contour kits. I thought this was a cool way to try and see if we can do it ourselves out of something that pretty much all of us have at home. And if you don't have one, not to worry. They're sold at like Walmart's, drugstores, they're everywhere. So this DIY should be pretty easy for everybody to try out. Now, quick disclaimer before we start, I've never tried this, so I'm not too sure how well it's gonna work out, but I'm gonna try and follow the article as best I can and then make some modifications for the contour one and also the highlight one since I only saw the concealer article. I'm sure that we can figure it out. Now, this video is all in fun to see if we can make our empty chapstick containers into makeup and something just to try out if you're bored like me. Could be a total fail, could be awesome. Stay tuned to find out. Now, before we start, I do want to suggest you go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. I would love it if you could join the S Club. We're almost at 500,000 subscribers. That's 500,000 people. So help me get there, tell your friends about me, and we'll get there. You can be part of it. Now, without further ado, let's get to the DIY. For the DIY, you're gonna need 3 EOS containers. They can be empty, or if they're filled, just use the chapstick inside for the DIY. I'm using other chapsticks just because mine are empty. Then you're gonna need any sort of powder that can work for the contour shade and the concealer colors. Mine are from the drugstore, but it can be an old eyeshadow, whatever makeup powder that you have that would work for your skin tone. And also a very shimmery powder for your highlight, like this L'Oreal eyeshadow. I decided to throw in some translucent powder to make it less oily, but that's optional, and also some coconut oil, and of course the bowls that you'll need to mix them in. And yes, these are Wolfie Jr.'s bowls. I didn't have anything else, okay? So first I'm gonna make the contour EOS stick. I'm using 2 Burts Bees chapsticks because they have beeswax in it, which is really good for cream makeup, but I'm sure if you use other chapstick, it'll work just as well. Then you'll need a tablespoon of coconut oil, and then you're good to put your powder in. Looking back now, I wish I used all of my powder. The more powder you use, the more pigmented it's going to be, so use all your powder, girl, if you got it. Then do your best to mix it all together. It's a little hard, but you can do it if you just keep working at it. And once it's all mixed together, you can set it aside and start to prep your EOS container. So just screw it open, then pop out the center piece. Once it's popped out, you want to flip it over and put it on the other cap and clip it in. Be very careful when you're taking it out. It's not very hard, but using a sharp knife can always be dangerous. And now we're ready to warm up our formula. So take it and put it in the microwave for about 50 seconds to a minute. So it's all nice and liquefied and it'll easily go into our container. Since I don't want this to be too greasy, I'm gonna put in some translucent powder. This should help tone down the shininess of it and just make it a little bit more matte. So I'm mixing that in really well and even gonna put it into the microwave for about 10 more seconds to make sure that it's fully mixed in the formula. And now I'm just gonna put it in the EOS container, fill it to the top, and now it's ready to put in the freezer. It should take about 30 minutes to an hour. Now to make the EOS concealer, I'm using pretty much the same formula, but I wanted to try 1 Burt's Bees chapstick with 1 EOS chapstick to see if there would be any difference. Then don't forget your teaspoon of coconut oil, and then you're ready to put in your face powder or whatever powder that's going to act as your concealer. And mix it all up just like last time. Then after you're done that, set it aside before you put it in the microwave. So again, just take the centerpiece out, flip it upside down, and pop it on the top of the EOS container. Go microwave your formula for 50 seconds to a minute, bring it back, pour some translucent powder in there, pop it back in the microwave for another 10 seconds, and then your formula is ready to go inside the EOS container. Fill it to the brim. Now it's ready to go in the freezer with our contour stick we made earlier. And last but not least, it's the EOS highlighter stick. So to make this, I'm just using the chapstick that was in the EOS container because I didn't have any more empty ones for you guys. So I put in 2 of those. Then of course, add a spoonful of coconut oil. Don't let your dog eat it like mine's trying to do. And now it's ready for your shimmery powder. Mine's just a L'Oreal one from the drugstore. Any shimmery powder would work. And mix it all up, mix it good. After you're done mixing it, again, set it aside before you put it in the microwave. Pop out your centerpiece of your EOS container. Go microwave your formula, but when you bring it back, you don't have to put powder in this one. At least I didn't, because I wanted the highlight to be poppin'. I wanted it to be dewy, so I didn't want to mattify it with the powder. And it's just the same old thing from here on out. Just pour it into the EOS container. Honestly, you could probably pour it into an empty chapstick container too. Probably doesn't matter. Now wait for all of them to get frozen in the freezer, and they should look like this when you bring it out. Now you're gonna want to clip back the bottom of the cap, and now it should twist open super easily, and you'll have your custom makeup EOS. So first I'm gonna try the contour shade. The color is really good for a contour, like that definitely would help to sculpt out the face, but it's just a little bit too wet. And to perfect this, next time I probably would put a little bit more of the powder product in. So next is the concealer. Again, with the concealer, I probably should have used all of the powder product in the formula, but the color is like a concealer color. You can see it's really similar to my skin tone. So last but not least is the shimmery highlight that we did. This one, I'm not too worried if it does have that kind of greasy feel because a highlight is meant to give you that glowy look. So you can see here, this one's actually really gorgeous. I think that'd be a really beautiful highlight. It'll give you that dewy look with a little bit of a champagne shimmer. So these two might be a flop on my face, but this one I think will be gorgeous. Now let's try them on my face. I'm not gonna lie, the contour and the concealer look a little bit iffy. I'm gonna start with the contour. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it right over top of my makeup. I'm not gonna bother taking my makeup off. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and blend that out now with my beauty sponge. It does feel a little bit sticky, obviously because we use a chapstick, but it's blending really nicely. And keep in mind that I did have makeup on already, so it's going into a powder right now. Okay, I'm actually really impressed. I thought because it was that kind of chapsticky consistency that it would get really splotchy and not sit well on the skin, but as I'm blending it into my skin, it's losing that shiny kind of greasy feeling and it's blending really nicely. I don't think actually if I used my other liquid contour that it would sit this nicely on top of my all-day makeup that I've had on. Wow, that blended so nicely. Wow. After swatching, I was like so disappointed, but now I'm like gaining hope again. Do the rest of my forehead. It's blending so well, you guys. This is ridiculous. This is like the ultimate hack. I'm so impressed. This actually looks phenomenal. Okay, let's try the concealer now. Wow, it actually looks so much better on my face than it did when I swatched it. Like that looks like concealer. That's ridiculous. Let's do my nose, a little bit of my forehead, my chin, and let's blend that out. So this, I could tell it would go on a lot better if I didn't have all the powder that I had under my eyes before I applied it, but it's still doing a really good job of kind of highlighting and looking like concealer. So far, it's a win. Wow, that concealer did a great job. So time for the one I've been wanting to try, the highlight. So this is like a champagne shimmery highlight. We used the eyeshadow for it, and I didn't use any powder in this one because I wanted it to look really dewy. I really like that. Can you see the light reflecting off of it? It looks amazing. I'm gonna actually use this as a highlighter. This will definitely give you more of like a dewy finish though, which is totally fine with me. Like it's not matte at all, but it looks healthy. Like it looks like your skin. So this is it close up. I don't know about you guys, but I am loving the way it looks right now. I was really skeptical, like when I was swatching it, I was like, oh my God, it is just way too greasy and way too sheer, like it's not gonna go on right. But as soon as I put it on my skin, it melts into your skin and it blends so easily. Yes, it's chapstick, but holy, it looks so good. I don't think anyone would really know the difference, to be honest. I definitely would want to see how this wears throughout the day, but I think setting with a powder, just like you would any liquid contour or highlight or any liquid makeup product, would really help to get the oiliness under control and just to make it look a little bit more matte, which some people would want, but some people, you know, like the dewy look. I myself am really liking the little bit of shine that it has. I think it makes my skin look healthy and it gives you that dewy look that's oh so trendy right now. But I don't know, you guys be the judge. So that is the end of the video, you guys. Here's Wolfie Jr. making his appearance once again. You guys have been asking about him, so here he is, he's perfect. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Let's try and get to 20,000 thumbs up, because this is such a cool way to make use of your chapstick and those cute little EOS containers, and just to try something new. I really like the way that they turned out. I think it's so cool, and I was actually surprised with how easy it was to do. Tag me in your pictures if you guys do decide to try this out. My Twitter is at Sylvia Gani, Instagram at SylviaXO, and my Snapchat is Sylvia Gani. I would love to see if you guys try and recreate this yourself, because trust me, you can do it. It's so easy. Just give it a shot and you'll see for yourself. So that's all for now. I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
We fell out of love like shooting stars, came crashing down, and we're building back up again now. I see your heart, see your mind.
Hey guys, it's me Sylvia, back with another video, and today I'm